I got the Master Sword. Found it in a gumball machine in level 2 that most of you didn't know was there. Another thing I like about Zelda is the Divine Beasts, big giant monster things that you have to like solve puzzles
Go forth and
to unlock boss battle. Then
logged off the
boss battle,
PlayStation initially.
and when you defeat
The
all four of
service
them,
on
they
it
help you
on
fight
like Google Fiber is like not as good as paying $500 to $1,000 a month compared to $75 to $80 to a $10 monthly bill. I click 18 and up on the box of where go forth, and if you watch somebody play an 18-year-old can watch, but somebody under the age can't watch. You play a great amateur game. I actually played Resident Evil and all those games on the other channel. I have the 18 and up on that box. It saves my ass to going forward. Every time I click on a box, it's 18 and plus and up. I click on the 18 and plus and up box. You go forth. And it's bad parenting on them to be able to have them say that, oh, we didn't know. He clicked on 18 up in a box and clicked on the box. Every time it said 18 plus, I would click on the 18 plus box. Go forth and be creepy with you.
Anyway, in short, there's so much to cover in this game, it's impossible to fit it all into a 5-minute review, but
basically,
Zelda Breath of the Wild lives up to the hype. It's as good as everyone says it is, if not better. I don't even like these kinds of games, and I loved The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I thought the shrines were really well done, and I hate puzzles. The boss battles were a lot of fun, and I usually don't even like boss battles. I like the exploration part, and I love the world that they created. It's wonderful. It's the best open world I've seen since Vice City. I mean, it's not as good as Vice City, but it doesn't have tanks and a flock of seagulls. So,
I'm not like Evan has his tab on fucked up obituary reading off some college like initiated thing. You have to go forth and read off some kind of fucked up cue cards and shit. None of my shit is cue cards, and I don't have a Kermit Muppet under Evan Moore's is more fucking fucked in the head than I am to have a Kermit Muppet than obituaries in the video. Surprised he didn't have all that shit in one. It won't say that they come and arrest his ass because he has it on YouTube Kids and go forth and be crazy as fuck to be able to do that. My shit isn't YouTube Kids. I put 18 plus on my fucking shit, like 18. The 18 up in box, they click on it. It says, no, this is meant for kids. I click on that, so they go forth and they go and explain that you go watch my shit, and 18 and up and people have like kids and shit somehow. They watch that content. I'm not asking them. I'm not saying anybody watch my content. So I don't get views as much as you really think. Like I got like 100,000 views somehow. Either off by clicking it on Twitter or having on all the profiles that I had on Instagram, having the TikTok. I think TikTok was the one initially that I had gotten the views from, or that some asshole sits there and watches it over and over again and believes that it's me, that I'm him. They can't take my identity because they go forth and I logged out. Initially, the one that had 100,000 views, I logged out of it forever, and I just wiped the computer clean, and I can't even log into it myself. I know the password, and I can go forth and log into it ever again because it's more trouble to have stuff up. There's more trouble to have any of this up than it is to be able to maintain it. If you can maintain it, we go forth and they don't like what you say, they go forth and be creepy with you, and they sell a bunch of shit, and all those people on fast food will tamper with your fucking food shit. They can move into a house that's 200,000. We don't need anybody to sell this house. We can move into a house and have 200,000 that we had to be able to get from one of those credit services things, so we can get up to a 200,000 loan and get a $200,000 house. We don't have to put up with any of these fucking creepy ass neighbors and shit telling us a bunch of creepy shit because they just want our stuff and things. We can move away. We don't have to put up with the shit. So technically, I got 200,000 to my name and go forth and move into a place I'm not gonna ever stream again. I'm just gonna not gonna ever stream where I'm at if I ever go forth and move someplace else besides the home right now. If we move someplace else, I'm not gonna ever move. I'm never going to show it off on YouTube because you just get these people initially just using you in terms of stuff. Like Evan didn't actually use me per se, but go forth and have those weird brothers of his wanting to take a device and put some other creepy fucking thing in it, and they can't go forth and do any of that shit initially. Like they think because I logged off of the PlayStation device and it always had my name Ortega on it, and the Wi-Fi comes up Ortega on the device, and they can't change any of the information once you have an email attachment to it. They can't go forth and change any of that information to someone else. I logged off of it. Initially, you only have one email to go forth from 2015 onwards. Provided all that information, not on YouTube, Facebook, or any of that shit, but go forth and show that's connected to this account and go forth, and they can't go and delete it off because they're not the ones with the access. They don't have access to it. And I'll just log off everything and wipe the computer clean. I don't have nothing on my device that would say this guy does this, that, and the other when I just play video games and show highlights of video games. Just highlight the video games and shit. It's not worth taking the trouble doing all this shit so it doesn't have to go move someplace else. I can't even probably stream once we move someplace else. I'm not going to stream it. Let's go. Let it be.
Once again, thanks for watching. Thanks to my friend Marcus for alerting me to the
go
fact
for it.
that
This guy would just sit there and watch you a million times over. Probably beats off to you, shit, and tells you a bunch of creepy shit. Yeah, fucking learn to fly, bitch, is fucking creepy too. They see her in a fucking thong at a gym and got initially thin off walking around outside. Or not play a video game anyway, go forth and play a video game. And what does it get you? Just get you trolled by a bunch of people who will sit there and troll your ass. You play a video game forever, you're not going to get trolled by everybody in the telephone book will troll you for playing a video game. Anyways, you go forth and get trolled in real life. As long as they don't harm you, the only thing that comes out is you get harm from having this shit up. Go forth and move someplace else for 200,000. You can go find another house for 100,000, and still have the others just go forth and find $100,000 house and have $200,000 loan. You don't have to pay off to go forth and have some asshole tell you a bunch of creepy shit. So you have to go forth and go someplace else because this guy has the mental capacity of a kindergartner telling you a bunch of creepy shit over and over again, and doesn't think about the repercussions of family coming back and blasting him. Family can come back and blast him. They're military. The guy is military. Military can come blast you, and you don't have no fucking emotion and tell you a bunch of creepy shit like a moron. They'll come back and blast all of you. You don't be able to tell us all this creepy shit and get away with it. You know, either you get blasted or just move away and move all your shit to where this fucking guy can't take any of it and act like he's fucking weird and tell you a bunch of shit somehow. Tell you messed up shit. I get told messed up shit because I have this up and go forth and can't even delete it off because I can't even log into initially delete it off. They can't log into it. They're not me. And they would already have a device up if they're computer hackers. We don't even need my device. And they're not computer hackers. They're fucking retarded saying, oh, we can hack into your device, but we need your device. That's not computer hacking. That's just logging in someone else's fucking device and logging into it and then deleting it all. They can't call themselves computer hackers. They go forth and tell you like messed up stuff. When you go out to a place, how do they know exactly who I am? Like I'm not posting, I'm going to go to Zona Rosa and play an arcade game. And maybe 15 minutes later, I go to Zona Rosa and play an arcade game with people yelling at me, telling me the most horrible shit. I'm telling them that I got 200,000, I can go forth and go off and move into another house. I'm not going to show the other house off or just go forth and just have this does not tell you a bunch of crazy shit telling you poor, you don't have money, then you have money now. They have money now, they can't go forward and call me poor now. They're fucking retarded telling you all that shit. They can get sued up their ass with the shit I had recorded on them initially, send it to Andrew, the other guy that worked at K Medical Center. He had a better job than most people that tell me that shit walk past it over there fucking telling me shit, but they still get people that just scratch each other's backs somehow, like that Yates song where they scratch each other's backs. And this fucking, they all fucking tell you that shit initially, have something on them telling you that your sunglasses came from some fat weird kid I used to go to middle school with. go forth and say I didn't suck anybody's dick and no motif were perfectly fucking fine when they took photographs of shit of my ass. With two fucking creepy bitches that had them tell me a bunch of creepy shit saying that, oh, you're a photograph of two strange bitches that somehow didn't amount to anything, but they want to attach their names to your shit and watch your shit too and tell you a bunch of creepy shit at 4 a.m. with an Allstate agent. They go forth and tell you all that shit. Then they fucking want to attach their names to your shit somehow and be creepy. They can't go forth and do any of that shit. They just log out of all my shit. And they were no computer hacker. And my shit's still on to this day. They need a device. And they're not a computer hacker if they need my device. They're fucking psycho. It's fucking deranged individuals telling you that shit. They delete it all. They can't delete it all. They don't know the password. They never will know the password. They ain't gonna spell a long ass fucking word into the box with abbreviations and special characters and uppercase, lowercase words. Put oh yeah, like the Kool-Aid man. Put oh yeah as my password. Oh yeah, but a billion times over it. Oh yeah, with A at the end of it. Oh yeah. Fucking fuck you like the Kool-Aid man. You don't leave me the fuck alone. Like oh yeah, like that's the word that's my password is. Oh yeah, with A all uppercase. Oh yeah. They ain't gonna be able to fucking never figure it out. Got his face ID on my fucking bank account. I can go forth and steal anything because all that shit has liable fucking preventions from doing that shit to people. My parents will move away from the psychopathic fucking neighborhood, worship some fat ass landscapers guy, pretend to be my ass. Some fat ass landscapers guy. I don't want to get his fucking weird ass together. Fucking weird. I got 200,000 to my name. You go forth and suck a dick, and you have to go forth and go to Missy B's and get fucked in the ass by a bunch of gay people. And he initially made fun of all those gay people and shit. And they're buffer than his ass. But all those weird gay trannies and shit, they're more buffer than most people that I know. I ever see a tranny, I get scared because they're more buffer. They're like buff ass people, but buffer than normal people. Fucking trannies and shit. The guy made fun of the trannies and shit can butt fuck his ass. The guy better think twice about whatever the fuck he's saying, a bunch of crazy shit. Go fucking butt fuck his ass. But buff ass trannies and shit with wigs on. Yeah, Tyler Perry's. I'm cool with Tyler Perry, man. I watch all his movies. I didn't make fun of as much gay things as possible. But before, I originally put a unicorn on a folder with the world on it. I should have put a rainbow coming out of it just to spook them out. I go forth and tell you a bunch of gay shit. Never did anything gay in my life. I go forth and have this guy tell you a bunch of gay shit. Oh, you suck dick near Missy B's, and I just walk past it and go to a job. Go to a job at 4 in the morning. I didn't suck no one's dick. Go forth and had like $100 on me. I go forth and pay whatever the fuck, like restaurant entrees, whatever the fuck type of shit. I'm not doing anything fucking weird. You go forth and get people to tell you a bunch of weird shit. And the cross gestures are weird anyways. They go forth and tell you you're weird yourself. And they're more like buffer and bigger, and they wear makeup and they put wigs on. There was somebody there that I don't know why the Lonas didn't help that guy out. It's an African American guy that stands there and says, "You're not going to be homeless. You can sue those trannies and that shit because they make fun of me. Trannies make fun. I'm in a pink trimmed room, sure, but it's from the 90s. I didn't have relatives wouldn't rape me in my fucking ass. The doctors will rape you if you think the doctors will stick a finger in your butt and tell you had ass cancer, but my relatives wouldn't fuck me in the ass. My relatives didn't even like my ass. They don't fucking stick a dick in my ass. I ain't gonna fucking do that creepy shit. They get raped themselves, or they're telling you a bunch of creepy shit. They wanted to rape this whole fucking neighborhood because they probably say a bunch of creepy shit to them. So I'm saying they're pedophiles and shit for announcing that to the world, saying we're all the Rosenbergs. We're gonna rip up a GM engine and fucking rip up a car. Zoom in and out of it, fucking having to announce the Yates. One of the buttfuck Phil Mora and Bobby Mora and Donnie Mora and Levi watched the feed with those women saying the first and last names like idiots, and she could do something to them. She could have Gilbert and all those fuckers they made fun of throw fuck all those women that were first and last names or something to get back at them. But I ain't gonna say they're gonna do that because I don't want to be legally responsible for any throw fuckings. The throw fuckings of having them say their first and last. Levi, I went to Walmart on 75th and they're like, oh, this guy would probably be flopping to them saying their first and last name. I was crying because they were making fun of my family. It was fucked up. It was a fucked up way of doing that shit. And they acted real slick about it. And they go forth. They're going to have the biggest slick dick of Gilbert's going to throat fuck Levi and going to throat fuck all of them to be able to tell you. They get throat fucked in front of the modern aspects and shit. Levi raped the women that said their first and last names for saying it's like Molly, put your fucking body in a cooler and sell you for the black market or some creepy shit. Wanted to pet your kitty cat. They're able to tell you all that shit at 4 in the morning somehow. I mean, that's the most creepy as shit. I cried my eyes. The only time I initially cried because they were literally threatening me with shit at the hospital with the AIDS and all those women on. I ain't gonna be flopping to it if they're threatening my life. Fucking cut your Peter off right in front of the doctor. It's creepy. I ain't know what the fuck they were capable of doing. They don't fucking say that shit to my ass. They don't fucking Gilbert, Levi, Donnie, all of them throat fuck those women that were on that insane fucking recording. And the fucked up thing about it, the Rodriguez warned my ass via email saying they will fucking come to your house and play some audio recording, and it made it seem like I was schizo, but they pinged the shit to your eardrums. They ping it to your eardrums and make it seem like you're schizophrenic, and they play some fucked up soundboard shit. They go forth and hear their first and last names, like, hey, that shit was so loud. They broadcasted that shit near Missy B's or something, and they said that shit initially. And Rick Ross was over there on Boulevard Nights. They said that Ortega was gay or something. They went walk past Missy B's, but I didn't have an ID to get into it. I just walked past that shit because I had a job at Sunfresh. With a white fucking shirt on like this, looking like exactly like I did in 2011. I know they're saying I kidnapped baby Lisa Irwin, but it was only one guy walking that had the cell phone devices. It was that Jersey Tango guy was the only guy to enter the house in between the time that the phones were missing, and it had his fingerprints, had his text messages. He was only one guy walking alone up at the Northland. It was nowhere near the Northland. I don't know why they attached their names to you, and I'm not the type of guy that would take somebody's kid out of the crib and walk through Church's Chicken or wherever the fuck that was at initially near those restaurants and buildings and shit. Go forth and do all that shit's weird. I ain't the type that would do that. I don't even like being around other people's kids, let alone them telling you that you did that and you go forth and they keep on. I was at an apartment for 3 years and they would tell me all sorts of fucked up shit. I mean, they would tell me the most creepiest shit, and I go forth and felt bad for the Irwin family for that happening. They got their kids taken from them in the Northland. I was brazen and fucked up to have them appear and say this guy was with some other guy and they had took a kid out of a crib. Isn't what the fuck I wouldn't even be involved in I wouldn't be in video games and movies would be on my radar. I wouldn't be fucking kids in cribs and shit. Wouldn't be able to change their identity in the UK when they had all that information. They should have followed up on the guy that took the cell phones out of the whatever the fuck when they had got the guy initially took the kids' cell phones and had to talk to someone else on it saying they wanted to change their identity of the kid to the UK. They should have followed up with the UK, the adoption agency in another country, and going forth, they should have followed up with that shit instead of just, because they wanted this guy's shit. They want to go say all that shit and have some creepy shit happen to all of them. And the Rosenbergs were the ones that did all that creepy shit to everybody. Then if they had some guy that wrote some weird shit about an uncle that nobody cared about. Initially, the uncle wouldn't kidnap a kid. The uncle wouldn't be nowhere near anybody's kids to go forth. I don't want to be around anybody's weird fucking kids because I click on the 18 up box. Every time I make a video, I played M-rated mature games that they're not meant for kids. If you play a zombie apocalypse game over and over again, thinking a zombie apocalypse would have happened eventually. I wish COVID would have been the zombie apocalypse. I kept wishing for the zombie apocalypse, but never got the zombie fucking apocalypse. Never got the zombie apocalypse. That Laura Lee, I don't think she was with the correspondence of those people saying, "Girl, the Rosenbergs, let's rip up a GM engine car at 4 a.m." But her voice wasn't on the thing. But they said she would hold back the trannies. If she didn't consent to saying that, then she could sue him. because it just had the Rosenbergs on my Facebook, and I had Laura Lee on there, the girl from the Streetside Records that we didn't help in terms of we paid money to records and movies and DVDs and shit there. And that's where I bought that rack. She can Laura Lee can fucking sue the Rosenbergs and all that shit for using her name despite just saying you're out of the Rosenbergs and Laura Lee holds back the trannies at 4 in the morning. Go forth and tell me that be one of those Fox 4 correspondents, Abby Eaton and Phil Witt, and he was on there in 2016. We're still correspondents of Fox 4. Fox 4 is weird, man. They say you matter, but they make people suicidal when they go forth into the hospital. They play some fucked up surrogate soundboard of saying people that you are closest to will harm you. Our plan is be on a top of one of those top of a city building, zombie apocalypse, to be in a city building on top of the roof, on top of the helipad. Like there's a helipad. Surviving a zombie apocalypse, nobody will know if it happens. Like somebody will bite somebody and have rabies, and the rabies will make them like cough up blood and shit, and they go forth and spread rabies to each other. If the zombie apocalypse happened, I would probably go to the tallest city building on top of it and just wait. Just stack up on top of a building would be like on top of the building, on top of the city building, and just wait for government officials. That'd be the only thing, unless they just slaughter everybody, just get slaughtered in a zombie apocalypse. You just go forth and hide somewhere. You wouldn't want to go to a mall because all those people will go to a mall and they'll be infected and they'll just bite each other and they'll just, like cannibals, they just go forth and bite each other like you see in the remake of Dawn of the Dead when they go to the mall and they end up having those people go to lengths of going through the mall and saying nobody here is infected. And then they all get slaughtered at the end because this guy with the yacht could have took him on a boat. The guy with the yacht could have took him on a boat in the middle of the ocean or whatever and just had him chill there. But he didn't explain any of the zombie apocalypse stuff, and they never followed up with a prequel or a sequel or any of that stuff because I don't know, the publishing rights of John A. Romero, that Romero made the zombie movies. Initially, those movies were made. Zombie apocalypse happens. I wish a zombie apocalypse would happen. The end of the world anyway. I would stay in the highest city building. Building in the city. CT. I can't spell. Building in the city. I would say in a building in the city because we have people that work for the city. They just go forth and stay in a building on like the helipad, and you can just crap and piss off the building. I don't know. That's if ever happens with a zombie apocalypse, they're not gonna go forth and go to a mall because the mall would be with people that have everybody would get rob each other at a mall, or they would get ruthless and rape, and they see that stuff in video games where they don't show everything that they would graphically show. Like Dead Rising had them in a mall, but it was locked down, and the military had it quarantined off, and they didn't have the military shown initially, but it had military presence. Like they would have all that stuff in the movies. Like you saw a foreign film had somebody stay in a city landscape and go forth on the tallest building to stay on top of the helipad, and they don't have to worry about zombies. You just have to worry about going to the bathroom. The only thing to worry about in a zombie apocalypse is eating and going to the bathroom. That'd be the only two things. You have to stay in a building somewhere that's far up. The zombies initially can jump high, or you see that stuff in the Dawn of the Dead where they can jump off railings and run and have ultimate endurance, like sprint real fast, like you see in the zombie movies in the 2009s or like Zombieland, and that they had them go forth and travel. Stay in a building. If you go forth, and the building would be the most possible safest thing to go and be safe in a building. If you go, just have to go to the restroom is a different thing. Like having people go to a restroom could get them infected. But I don't know. Nobody will really know. It'll just happen. Like COVID happened. You didn't think COVID would shut down the world, and it's off animal infection and rabies. Animals can get rabies and people can get infected and like hop up and be hopped up and rabies and animals and stuff. Like we have like noisy things up there. We have raccoons up in the attic that get there's a event that we closed off, but we didn't get the raccoons out. And if you ever get scratched by any of that shit, I watched a YouTube video where rabies is fatal. Like if you get rabies, like that shit's fatal. Like you'll just flatline if you ever get rabies. So the close sign of having somebody come back from the dead, there's been instances where people reported people out of morgue, they come back somehow even though then they embody fluid and all that shit. They have to make sure that they're flatlined, or they can say that they can get them for malpractice if they wake up in a morgue alive instead of being dead. There's malpractice. I don't know. Food isn't something that people can last maybe without food and just drink water. Just if the water supply gets infected, all that shit like COVID infected the water stream. All that shit's like the cabin fever. That guy off Boy Meets World was in a zombie apocalypse film of water being the infected cause of them being flatlined, and all that stuff is the rain is the most nastiest. Like rain and snow is the most nastiest shit. You're gonna go forth in this study of the rainwater. They said never to drink rainwater because you can get ill as fuck if you drink rainwater. You go forth from like the Half-Life video game that sits in the water to scare you via these people like in a dystopian like Eon Flex type shit. Or just have this guy that was like a maintenance guy inside this weird laboratory and shit with the crowbar coming after everybody. Those people that made that Resident Evil, that Wes Anderson guy talked about those video games from the expected of them basing off the original game, had a laboratory down someone's basement where they made all that zombie shit. So I don't think it's possible to be able to have somebody infected come back from the dead because once they get rabies, it shit's like rabies is fatal. So to bring somebody back from the dead would be fucking. They couldn't bring so they can bring back somebody via holograms and shit. They can make a hologram of Tupac and say that this guy is a hologram and go forth and have this guy stretch out on a stage.
Quite a few.
I'd stay in a city building on this highest city building and just be on top of a building and not then just go piss and poo off the building. Then if you're gonna lock yourself in something and nobody will know that a zombie apocalypse happens. They just go forth and it's already bad enough to have the COVID happen and you have to watch what you say about that because people get real irritable. You go forth and it's like type 2 diabetic. I'm type 2 diabetic and exercised when COVID was a thing, thinking that what I had was COVID, but it was type 2 diabetes and I had a staph infection, which a staph infection turned my skin into like yellow and green, like my arm turned different colors because they had injected the IVs in my arm, and I don't like the hospitals anymore. They said I had COVID initially. Now recently here now, that's why I didn't have to appear at anything because it go forth. I'm not going to explain my life story, but go forth. I had COVID. The short line, I was infected with COVID. I have COVID. I don't have nothing else. Like I'm straight. I don't feel bad, but I'm nasal. I have nasal passages are blocked. I'm not going to turn into a zombie myself. You just go forth. Everybody gets COVID at one point or another. And people like Jimmy Kimmel had COVID 8 times because he would talk to all those people and be surrounded in a group and a crowd. They go forth and tell you that a zombie apocalypse might happen later on sooner than it'd be if rabies is a thing. Rabies is fatal. Like if you ever get rabies can eliminate anybody. Anybody ever gets bit by a raccoon, a possum, or any of that wildlife shit in the backyard, wood and shit, they'll go forth and croak because it's rabies. Rabies is the most extreme form of disease. Is rabies, AIDS, HIV, COVID's worse than that because COVID will just drop whoever no matter if you're the most healthy. You can just drink water and solids all day. You can still catch COVID if you go forth at a concert and have people grinding on you and shit, and go forth and have people right next to you not knowing if they're immune to like if they sneeze in front of you, or if they go to the bathroom and it doesn't smell, then they feel it's not that bad. But maybe a week later you start getting sick. I was sick at an apartment building for 4 years because of the way that the apartment itself was different from a house. You got like a billion people at an apartment building, go forth and get a racket, and wasn't used to any of that stuff. The apartment got burnt down that apparently we were at for those 3 years are different from this house and go forth. I don't have footage initially on my old profile, Madden footage. My cousin visited me. My cousin risked his life to visit me at this apartment. It was strange people that just out of their head talking a bunch of crazy shit, like worse than the shit you can see on Twitter. Not on Twitter, but on Twitch. On Twitch, they have like naked females with their ass cheeks hanging out, and then they just get paid like $100,000 to show their ass and go forth and do that on Twitch. And I never had luck on Twitch. I have 50,000 views on this platform, but I'm not in a bikini showing my likelihood of doing that to. I'm not a girl, so I can't explain the mindset of someone else doing it from another respect. I just play video games and I would stream time to time and have the stream end initially when I heard somebody in the background, like getting home, like parents get home. I can do this stuff when I'm alone by myself. It makes more sense to have them in the stream. Like I had them in the background sometimes, but I never really explained that about food in the apocalypse. I don't know. Just drink water in the apocalypse would, like city building would be the best bet. Just you can drink tap water, and there's always water running, but unless the water is infected, the water is infected, and I don't know, like if whatever is left, the resources would. I still say zombie apocalypse is viable. Is a viable thing if there's rabies will coax a person to foam from the mouth, and you see the animal become aggressive. Like a person would become aggressive, like you see in the video game, or like the Evil Within, or the ambulance driver lunges at Ruvik's friends or whatever, like the not Studio 51 made Killer 7, but the Shin Mikami guy, the guy that SHIN Mikami made the Resident Evil, where they had the zombie be infected with it and have like maybe 10-year gap, but they go back 10 years later and show the mansion, but they had the doors open with the Wii game where you pointed the Wii and had all that stuff with the laser beam gun and the counter terrorist squad, the umbrella like had that Carlos Alvarez and the other characters from Apocalypse. I know Zombie Apocalypse is different from a Resident Evil game because the medicine makes the person a zombie. Like you take a pill and then you become a zombie later on. Like Albert Wesker injected himself and became immune to all that shit. Was able to run real fast and was able to tell you that in a zombie apocalypse, you would just chill at a place where I would feel most comfortable was at the cityscape in a building somewhere high up, like on top of the building, and hope to God they don't turn on each other or eat each other or any crazy shit like you see in the films or video games. Where I know Sleeping Dogs had where the enemies of the enemies would eat the enemies and make tamales and shit out of their body parts. And I don't really know if they do that to animals in real life. Like I know that's just a myth. Like if you go to another country, like say Mexico has dogs and cats, but I doubt they slaughter the dogs and cats to make carnitas and make menudo out of the kid. They said that shit initially on a soundboard feed that we had a cat that passed away. We had him for like 19 years ago, but they didn't do anything to the cat. They go forth. The cat was died of natural causes because I got a cold initially at the apartment, and I was with the cat most of the time there at the apartment. Nobody did anything inside the apartment. I don't have no dings or dents or anything from being knocked over the head or anything crazy like that. Apartment building for the 3 years that Evan visited me and risked his life. At the apartment playing old footage of Madden that he had, the footage of Madden on a phone device that doesn't probably work now. It's probably when we got this phone going last 3 hours. Once you have a phone for 4 or 5 years, the battery life it'll just be prompted up. The screen will turn on, but you probably can't see any of his footage that he had. Go forth and say that about food is I eat enough to where if I ever flatline with zombies, I would just worry about surviving and not eat the food because you might be infected with the whatever virus carrier spreads the disease. The animals were outside and water and snow and all that weird shit goes forth with all that. I don't know if I wouldn't say in a mall though. A mall would be dangerous because you saw Dead Rising in the mall. Everybody would go to the mall, and all these people in a mall, and they can't. Like, it's not viable. In a city building, at least there's a helipad where they'll fucking come up and save you. Eventually, there'll be somebody that swoops by that probably has enough space in their helicopter or whatever.
That's right. When people steal this video, it's still an advertisement for my book. So
I have access to the city building, so go forth and know that if something ever does occur, go forth. The city would probably be the best bet. It wouldn't be the mall would be the worst. The mall in the movies and the films. The food would be tainted though in a zombie apocalypse. Like now with COVID, all the meat was tainted. Like I saw an article on one of those news stations saying that the meat here in Kansas was tainted. And all that stuff tastes funny. Like the Whopper doesn't taste like a Whopper like you taste maybe like 10 years ago. Like they had Whoppers that tasted different from what now tastes not the same from a long ass time ago. And now it's different because they have different variables and people could do shit to the food now, tamper. People that tamper with the food, that's fucked up. You pay $20 for like 3 things probably to get like 3 meals, and it'll probably cost like $27. And you go forth and buy like 2 meals, and I got get like a discount if they're gonna like tamper with the food. But initially, I would eat stuff that was at a grocery store already made. Like you already go forth and buy like chicken strips or stuff. Initially, if you go inside to the restaurant, you see them making the meal to where initially that it would be no way to know a zombie apocalypse would occur after COVID. Like COVID, it blew my mind to have a cold, and you catch a cold initially you could die from it. But if you go forth and have extreme measures of whatever that strain of some kind of parasitic thing like inside of you that makes you breathe harder, it makes you cough and you keep wheezing and shit. That'd freak anybody out. That shit freaks me out. Go forth and say I was infected with something. I said I was infected. I don't look infected. Like my eyes are clear. I have long ass fingernails. I got long nails that are not press on. After the staph infection, I got healthy. I lost a lot of weight. I lost a good 200 pounds. I lost 100 pounds initially. I weighed 230 when I got my gallbladder removed in 2018, and I lost all that weight by exercising. But the cousin kept having me go, and we would walk around, like all around, like thoroughly, like walk all around. And I would walk all around automatically and listen to music and step on a stair stepper. And I initially would exercise as best as my ability. Being I'm now old enough to know better, to know that zombie apocalypse would eliminate. It's worse than COVID. Like you see, rabies takes a dog. It takes a dog and makes the dog violent. Like the dog would be violent. It'd be like Old Yeller or Old Lassie or that movie where what's that guy's name? Spade. The Spade guy, the guy with the blonde hair that had the movie where they showed the dog video. They keep showing the dog getting. They go forth and show that over and over again, like the zombie apocalypse movies come on. And always in the back of my head, COVID was the thing that made the zombie apocalypse closer than anything ever to have zombies appear is more closer to the reality than it is in the notion that whoever is a zombie, like they'd be probably Cloverfield where they had the. Yeah, I know. I wish zombie apocalypse was COVID. COVID's like a flu though. COVID, SI, like
there seems to be a million and one
COVID. It's like
flu. I picked up the play stand from Corey for some filming in the future. The play stand.
COVID is like flu. COVID's like the flu though. And you go far from catch a cold. Anybody can catch a cold, and they can tell you that it wasn't COVID initially. But if your hand turned different colors, I have long ass fingernails. I'm healthier now than I was initially back in 2019, I had a staph infection that they opened up my hand and took all the shit out. It was horrible. I was all out of it, and I didn't feel like being around anybody. I was in an apartment for 3 years, and Evan and Andrew going through that visit my house. My parents also had got the staph infection thing with their hand turned different colors, and I doubt nobody's gonna steal my shit because they were putting eel down when I was eating a bowl of homemade pasta salad. They were putting eel, like the FWE eel, like eel. This guy's net. They put that down on what I was eating. I initially knew that pasta salad was made by people that don't have AIDS. Like I don't have AIDS. Like they said that all sorts of crazy shits in my ass. I don't have this. I'm not disease. My nose is not running. My nose doesn't run, but they said I was infected because my teeth. I need to get my teeth worked on, or have the wisdom teeth taken out, and then have dark blood spots in between a missing tooth that I had. I never got it worked or checked on because I don't have 10,000. I have money, but I wouldn't spend it initially to get tortured by someone that just, even though they're females. Initially, I think there was just females at the dentistry that I talked to, and they said about 400 to 10,000 out of pocket because my insurance wouldn't cover. My insurance is basic insurance. It's not like a fancy insurance. You just have to get grants and other stuff to be able to go forth and have the insurance. You have to have clearance, and then they didn't want to give me the clearance to help me out. So I was always with the clinics and stuff, and I had my hand infection. I had a clinic, and the guy was like the head honcho of the doctor there, was like the head honcho of all of them. He was the one who made incisions in my hand and cut it open. The guy made incisions in my hand, and initially, that was in 2019, was a long time ago, and I thought I lost like a lot of weight just came off me. Like, I don't know, I exercise in between the times. Like I'm standing up now, and I have more energy now than I did when I was like 19, 18. I was more overweight when I was 18, and then 19 I lost weight because I would walk to a gym. Initially would go to a gym. I would go to a gym and work out, and then go forth and come back and would eat more. I ate more back then than I did now. It seems like I ate less. Like even though I have all the photographs of what I eat and what I post, and people go, "Ew, he's eating that," and go forth, and they just go look at me and go, "Ew." But I don't know if I'm infected with something. I don't think it's COVID, but I don't feel bad. Like COVID's weird. Like COVID don't say they make your breathing will be heavier, and I have like an inhaler. They gave me an inhaler thing back when I was a kid, and I overgrown all that somehow. Like I would walk from far distances from there to there, and I would be able to walk it, not feel bad. But I lost weight that way, and I mean, I'm not as big. I mean, I'm flat chested, but I'm tall, like a tall, flat chested dude. Like I don't have man tits. I don't like. I go forth and look paper thin, but I go forth and on a stair climber and stair climb my way. I had a dance pad, but I don't have the console doesn't turn on. The PS3 doesn't turn on. I had one of those adapter things. And they go forth and tell me that I had an infection. COVID can be anything. COVID, I don't know what. I'm not a scientist, so COVID's like, to me, it's like the flu. Like you catch a cold. The cold could have. I had 2019. I had influenza. The influenza in my chest. I was coughing. They said my lungs were bad, and I exercised. Initially, I would walk back and forth and listen to music and listen to Lauren Babic and the Hispanic chick, and I listened to Harrison. I listened to metal music. I would listen to that music, and initially got me over type 2 diabetic. I reversed the A1C, or the A1C was 12. I went from a 12 and I went down to an 8. So back then it was high up there. The number was like skyrocketed up there, and I could lose my vision. All that stuff's all wrapped up into one. But I go forward. I still walk around. I'm not gonna stop walking around. Like it's not. If I'm able to, I'm gonna do it. But if I'm not, then I'm not gonna to know if a zombie apocalypse is here, then everybody gets eaten. Like as you see in the films, is messed up in the films. In real life, it's real life. If you can't go forth and rewind the film and watch the messed up zombie film of somebody in a bathroom, and they see it's like, hi, I see you there, and they come lunging at you, and this guy gets one of those brocade things off the pool table that's cracked open and cracks the guy. Like you see that shit in real life, you go forth and it'd freak your ass out. But that'd be extremely messed up to see a zombie apocalypse. I just know that when I was eating food, like ew, my fingernails like a crimson head. Like everything's forced me to say, like, I'm not a crackhead. I'm not on drugs. I don't smoke. There's no meth bombs. There's no wigs. Even though this pink trimmed room belonged to my sister, it was my sister's room. So I go forth. I'm more flamboyant and go forth and think I'm gay, but I'm not gay. I just go forth. I say gay shit, but I'm not gay or anything like that. I wouldn't fool around with another dude. Go forth and have my fingernails are real long, but we used to joke around and shit back in the day. I wasn't in this room I was in another room with the Klingon things. It was a wooden floor, but the parents had more dibs than I am just here. But go forth and tell you that all my life story and all that, I already have it all on there. Go forth and I don't know why they said ill for if they knew I had COVID before I even went to a doctor's. I was eating pasta salad. It was homemade. It wasn't bought out of. It was homemade pasta salad. Like, what is that? You know, it's pasta salad. It's in a bowl and then there's pasta in it. But they go forth and they just tell me the ew. They go forth. My fingernails are like cluster white or clear. This one might be. So I eat like macaroni and cheese and like I have long ass fingernails. I don't go to the restroom that much. I can spend 3 hours on this thing and I won't go to the bathroom until like parents get here because I don't feel comfortable going to the bathroom. Like it's hard to explain. Like I don't want to be on the pot and if something happens, it's the worst thing to be able to see like No More Heroes where this guy's on the pot and he's like getting executed and this guy hops and flips and saves his relative. We go forth and think that in real life. The long ass fingernails are from like protection. Like I'm not the type of person that would be violent, but I'm not violent. They said I wasn't violent at the hospital. Know that I would never. Like saying I go to St. Luke's Hospital and they go forth and joke around with me and say about the same things that I talk about, like Silent Hill 2, about the alien invasion and the zombie apocalypse. Resident Evil had zombies in it. Resident Evil had zombies and Silent Hills had aliens. Go forth and watch YouTube for the time being. The Google Fiber after. It's viable to have internet without having a cable service. Like cable used to be like the main thing when you watch Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown. You'd watch the wrestling matches, and I think that was like play wrestling games and that. But I don't have the wrestling games like hooked up, or I don't have the old CD of a PlayStation 1 disc from wrestling. Isn't on a PS4. But about food, though, they'd be able to get food. I don't know. This apocalypse would be crazy to have zombies and like people that you want to be a zombie and come after you, like just run and sprint after you, like you saw in Dawn of the Dead, like that movie where the zombie just sprints and go forth and like you see somebody like I'm gonna sit down, but go forth and like have zombies would be crazy enough to see that in one person's lifetime. Like the Scouts guys, the Apocalypse had Ja Rule singing. It has to kind of like Parasite thing in his throat where he like was quiet off Metal Gear, where he would talk and the parasites would crack open in his vocal cords and he'd become a zombie. But I watched the movie and that initially wasn't in the initial film of the Scots Guide to the Apocalypse. They had Dolly Parton cats on people's asses, but they didn't have. The reason why I wanted to see that because you normally don't see that kind of thing in movies, like where they have mainstream celebrities, people parody them, like Tara Reid off American Pie. Like off American Pie was in the Sharknado films where you go like you want to go in the water and go scuba diving, but you don't want to get bit by a shark. So people that see my ass, I'm not the type that would go venture off like in the Amazon. And like I walked around in the hood I'm not walking around like in the zoo. Like I was supposed to go to a zoo again, but I'm not gonna film because there's kids and I don't want to film the parents. And they tell you things like you go to Union Station, you go to these places and you film. You have to always watch what you film because they come back and say, "Oh, you grabbed my ass," or if you ever live stream with someone, they can be like I was at a concert. My mom went with me, and there's go grinding up. It's people grinding up on each other and stuff. But you go forth, and this concert was loud. Like, I go to concerts, but it's like only parents and stuff go like VIP and like one of those section off like booth thing. Like it's a booth with people in it. You go talk with people, but I'm not the type that would go. That's why I said about the city. You go forth and have access to the city buildings. You would go to the building and just shack up in a building, and the building would be the safety safe. Like the building would be the safest place probably to go. Be able to say a zombie apocalypse, I wouldn't go to a mall. Like you see the zombie mall movies and those video games like Dead Rising from Capcom that had the Frank West go into the mall and barely make it out with whoever he saved, and the ending where he saves his people, it helps the like old people and young people and people that were photographers as well. You go forth and watch all that, play all that. I think that is visible and real, real. Think that it actually could occur because you see they have holograms of old people and the AI stuff. Like they have voices where they can record my voice and prank somebody saying they kidnapped them and took money out, or they can do all that now. Back then it wasn't viable. Like it wasn't viable or viable, whatever that word is, where they tell you that it is viable, like VIBLE, viable. Is that word? It actually could. It's like actually could happen. Like viable, like viable word. Like you can't actually explain like something that could happen. Like how Metal Gear had the Colonel. Colonel contacted Raiden and fucked with them. Like said he never met the real Colonel. But if he had met the other guy that met the Colonel, know that it was some kind of like computer advanced technology talking to his ass, saying, "I want you to go to a room where they can't normally go to." And that guy went to the room nobody could go to and get out of it and fight the president of the United States, was like in hopes of having the AI not be as certain as somebody talking to you that you see. Like now you see chat, and I try to answer the chat. I'm not saying anything extremely like grotesque. Like zombie apocalypse, like you couldn't go to the restroom. Like if you go to a mall, the mall would be disgusting to go to a mall restroom. Like I don't normally go to public restrooms like the mall, and that's disgusting to go to a mall. It smells. You smell real bad once you get out of the mall. It reeks. And now that Missouri has like the met like the not meth capital of the world, but like the bong shit, the people that smoke that weed it fucking reeks. And I don't understand if they're able to register that it smells real bad, but yet they're going, it's a pasta salad in my ass. But if they smoke that stuff, I thought somebody wrote something, but go forth and just spend an hour, go forth and have time to be able to talk to somebody on here, because I go to therapy sessions and you can't talk about zombie apocalypse and like they had COVID was the thing. Like back then when I went to an apartment building where the other place was different from the other doctor that I went to go see, was like they didn't have any of that. And services was out of they didn't have any of that stuff there in the Northland like they do here. Like in the city, they have all that stuff still open. You go on top of a city building, and a zombie apocalypse ever happens on the highest cityscape, and just stay there until somebody helps arrive or something like that. That'd be the best bet to do that. If zombie apocalypse ever happens, you wouldn't want to stay in your house. People that don't like you can come back and do all sorts of, like you saw the Last of Us. Like I played a little bit of Last of Us, the one in the mall, the standalone game where the girl meets another girl. Like the Ellie, it was used to be able to study genetics of somebody getting bit by a zombie. And they made Ellie like a guinea pig, like Albert Wesker talked about the guinea pigs and go forth and fuck everybody over. It's fucked up to see that in a video game. Those video games, they're okay when you play them. When you go forth and think real life, they don't use the restroom in the video game, not unless it's like David Cage's like Heavy Rain. They go forth and have androids white people's ashes are made and shit. Go forth and watch all that. I played a little bit of that on the PlayStation, so I played through the Heavy Rain, the last, not the last. I didn't play the last. I didn't like the last of us because the zombie thing kind of messes with you. That was a fucked up video game to have this guy get beat to death by not a mallet, but one of those golf club things. It was fucked up to have. They remade it so many times, and why did they remake it if they had beat the main guy over the head with the golf club? Was fucked up. I don't know, just rubbed me the wrong way to play that. I go forth and play a video game. I want to watch a cutscene and then watch like 45 minutes of a cutscene of this guy doing impossible shit, and then he gets murdered. And the sequel, it's just fucked. It's fucked up. I wish that COVID was it. Yeah, zombie apocalypse would have been great to have everybody catch COVID. And COVID, you can't breathe, so it's like respiratory, and it doesn't bring you back to life, but it just makes you wig out. Like your body just starts wigging out and shit. You start vomiting and God knows what else.
This is an affordable, downloadable game for Nintendo Switch, and I definitely recommend it.
This is a drawing I did. I'm not mad, even though I said initially got mad, but didn't get full mad because they make fun of everybody in video games. Like they make fun of kind people. Super Mario Brothers is a stereotypical plumbers in New York City. Somebody named Mario can sue Nintendo for having somebody's namesake and looking like him and talking like him. Go forth and do that. You can't do that to everybody initially, knowing that those video games are just made for entertainment. And I even cut them off kind of bad. It's like the AI talking to you in the Metal Gear originally said about like having that writing character not ever talk to the Colonel. I initially didn't know what the Colonel looked like or were able to hear his voice saying that whatever they said to him. Yeah, I draw a lot. I draw like different. This is Full Metal Alchemist. You probably already know the tin can metal guy that souls embedded in the armor, and then Michael Jackson, like Edward Brothers. I draw all different things. I draw this to link to the Legends of Zelda, the old one for the Super Nintendo, where they show those commercials of people cosplaying. Was a better time. I remember watching X play. But Morgan Webb and Adam Sessler, back in the day, they made videos about the culture and going forth, and they never got punished for making fun of COVID. They made fun of COVID initially in G4, bringing G4 back. They made fun of COVID, saying turn up the TV. And the apocalypse would happen with COVID and having those green bubbles or things. That's fine. I don't do that. I just basically I'm at a hospital. Like if I have to stay at a hospital for whatever viable reason, like I have to stay sometimes, I go forth and draw things just to keep my mind going. It's just like like if my vision goes out in one eye, I probably can't do it like forever, but go forth, and if I still have the ability to put something down, I do that. Thank you for being nice. I know Twitch has people that I see on there that are more better at some of the stuff. Like you see, go on a base, you can draw Pikachu and characters from Metal Gear, and they can draw all sorts of different things beyond what I can draw. Like they go forth and spot on. Like, thanks for being nice.
Moon Patrol, another game. Truxton. This game has.
I have to type it. I can't. I don't have that word. Like people thought I had that speech to type thing, and I don't have it on the computer. It has a microphone, but it's on the type of chat thing. It's on the type of chat. I just watched I think the Gaming League Carly guy, the guy that did video games reviews on there, is more entertaining than my ass. Like I can load up a video game. I don't have my phone. I don't want to exit the room because I have the phone on here. I can show the phone device.
This is a very compartmentalized game. The levels
The
are
phone
short.
device, but it can't go forth from the Pi stream video game.
And then your robot transforming spaceship thing levels up.
The Spider-Man game. The Spider-Man game is discontinued, so I'll go forth and it was discontinued on iOS device. So if you have it downloaded, like the PC demo, you can enjoy it, and it'll always be on the list of games I've downloaded. I like Spider-Man. I like Sony. I feel like I'm ready to joke around and having a voice like the Austin Powers, where we think Americans are overweight. I try to parody that initially, but thank you. The Spider-Man is like an app, and you can probably download it. I think it's still on. It has to still be on the store to be able to play on it, because it would be disconnected from the server, like the PlayStation initially. I logged out of it because I didn't want the device to end up like in someone else's hands. Like, say if I go out somewhere and stay for like 4 days at a hospital, they get checked because they said I was infected at a hospital. I stayed 9 hours. Initially, stayed 9 hours at a hospital to see if my blood work had. They said my mouth was infected, but I don't know what it. Like, I just have bad teeth. I just know that. Notion that my fingernails were more long and clean than my mouth's more. I brush my teeth, but I don't like. I had infection, so I go forth and have to go get checked. I just have the mission to have this on. Let's see if I can go back to. Let's see if I can do this. Good eye coordination to be able to. Got to just scroll back and forth.
Should have got some spider football pads. You cats.
This is Spider-Man out. That's on the store that you can go forth and play Spider-Man. I can't go any further in the Spider-Man game because you have to have points. You have to. It's like paywall, like a paywall. I'm not gonna spend like $10 on something that is discontinued from the store. Like that specific Spider-Man game was discontinued. I was this indent of a mole inside my face. People put makeup on and shit and pretend to be my ass, but I don't have brown hair. I shave my head because I had enough problems with neighbors and telling me stuff about having anything. You have anything on like YouTube over 50,000 views, people are gonna look at it and say they're gonna say stuff about you. They're gonna be cruel. But this is friendly. Like I was on Twitch with like 200 views. I was getting dogged by everybody that's picking on me and shit. Like I don't like Twitch. Twitch has women on there that seem they just sit there and have their panties on and they're fucking in a whirlpool, laughing at people and doing horrible stuff to people. Isn't right. I have them on Twitch doing that. I go forth and have them and G-string divas able to have more rights than normal people. Go forth and I just play video games. I live streamed before, but I just had family in the background making food and stuff and going forth, and I just knew that I'm not the type that would flirt with. And if I see somebody, like I saw like a blonde girl that had like suggestive like clothes on, like she had a like skirt all the way up, and I didn't do anything inappropriate, but she walked past. I was like, you can only hope that maybe you find a girlfriend or something, but it's hard. You go forth and even though I draw and stuff, I go forth and talk to the nurses who are all taken, and you just have conversations, just generally talk to them and say, I'll draw something for you just to pass the time. That's not, you never see him again. Or when you do see him again, it's because I had COVID. I just go forth and I appreciate it.
Truxton versus Battletoad.
I appreciate it. I don't know. I spell appreciate, but you understand that this go for it would be nice with someone to make a world better in terms of stuff. I do draw, but I go for it for just good therapy and I don't know, therapy sessions for having people tell me like if they tell you you don't look okay and you think you're mental, they go forth and tell you that over and over again, and you eventually be trolled by it. But I don't want to get to me because I just log off of it and always be on there. Go forth, feel sorry for somebody, but I don't know. The Spider-Man game isn't a game that you can just download on the app. I had it initially on 2006 app from an Apple device that I had signed in, and I had to recover my account, and it was on there. I merged all that information, so I got to play the Spider-Man game. I play video games to escape like real world, but go forth and I seen the Spider-Man played on people that stream are all streaming Spider-Man 5, but I've yet to. I go to a store and they always have Xbox Series X. They always have the Xbox. Xbox Series. Have Xbox Series X more than they do PlayStation. I want a PlayStation 5, but I can't go to a store. You have to have a reserve, I think, still for it. Everywhere I go in the house, they always have the Xbox. They always have the Xbox X Series X, and the PC that I'm streaming now is like an Xbox console because you can play Xbox games. I think on the you can play PlayStation games on it. I wish I could rent a PS5 or get one from Facebook Marketplace. They always have Xbox. They always have the Xboxes out at the store more than they do anything else nowadays. I would get a PS5 if I had the ability to get one at a GameStop. I'm going to go and buy it at GameStop, but it has to have the disc tray. I'm not going to get one without the disc tray because you can play the Xbox games on the PC like I do and go for it.
It looks like the durability might not be as good.
I got a PC console to streaming the PC streaming list and go for it. But I don't play the PC as much because the PC doesn't run some of the games you download for 4 hours like you did a console. Like I was playing Morrowind on the online via the Sony, and I was playing that, and it worked up until I logged out all of it, and didn't want it to be under somebody else's hands or somebody somehow snags the device and runs off, but then tries to act like me or something. I go far for only play when I was with somebody here. Like I streaming more than I was initially playing video games. I play console games more than I did PC.
Only 6 gunpowder.
Oh, TCAM, typing like words per minute. I don't think I can probably do that, but I played more console games than I did PC. I just surprised I got 50,000 views on this open account that I just had for 2003. I had another account since 2015 that I logged out all the way because I know people would want 100,000 view account. They would make it look like they're better than mine and be able to do all that stuff. But go forth, and I don't know what they want my stuff for. And go forth, all of my stuff says Ortega. So I don't know why. And I log off in general off this stuff. I play more console games than I did PC because PC the online isn't like durable to have something online. It's wireless. All this stuff's wireless. It's wirelessly in the air. so I can't go forth and like play most of the time. Yeah, the Souls games are difficult. Like I played Elden Ring. I played Elden. Elden Ring, but I didn't get anywhere with it other than glitching an item that eventually was hard to get through the side missions of finding people, relatives through the Never Realms or the how the ecosystem of the woods and the bears and all that stuff. You go forth and have all sorts of things run after you in the video game. It's hard, yeah. You have creatures. I played Demon Souls 3 on here though, but I logged. If I do ever stream, I have to put the TV. I can put the TV here and play. Oh wow, you played 600 hours. Oh wow. Graphics on it look good though. I mean, running it. Wow, that's amazing because I couldn't. I played maybe 14 hours of Cyberpunk and got through it initially through like the main campaign and didn't do any of the side missions. But that's a different thing. But that's more violent. That's like Grand Theft Auto with robots, like iRobot, like Will Smith and iRobot. The robot come after the person via like the Jensens and have those things in real life be like mannerisms of having robot people with electronic arms and that. Like I'd wig out if I had like a electronic arm or something like that. I'd be wigged out by it. I just know that Elden Ring was a pretty good game. I played Demon Souls 3 on a discounted game that I found at a bookstore. Had a Elden Ring's game discounted for $19, and all those games run up to like $60, $70 still to this day. And go forth and got to the strategy guide telling you where to go and initially doing it on there. 1 minute.
Collect all this loot. Let's go fix this dang body armor. Okay.
I played Demon Souls 3. I played Demon Souls before. I have it on the PlayStation. I have like a 1 terabyte hard drive that I got to play. I got to buy the Bloodborne. I got to rent the Bloodborne one. But I didn't really get far until I had glitched some of the items that were initially hard to get or hard to find initially. And somehow, by the grace of the console, let me go through and do all that. I initially played through, but I didn't play 600, I think, hours or minutes is a lot of hours on it to be able to do all that. Like, be able to play through that and have the game platinum or halfway platinum fight is amazing. And those games are difficult to play. I played the mobile games that are on the list that I had downloaded initially in 2016. I played Spider-Man Ultima and Spider-Man Ultimate and then like a Sonic game on there, the Sonic games. I played through the Sonic Dash 2000, I think 19 onwards, and got all the characters. Like just go through and collect all the things and go like eye coordination where you go through and you do the eye test where they have you follow the doctor. Like I have to go every couple months and go get checked on and stuff. And I don't even think initially they'll tell me what more they can do to. I don't think there's nothing they can do to help correct vision. I normally wear glasses, but I don't wear glasses on stream, so apparently I might look completely different with glasses on. Like if I wear like sunglasses, I'll look completely different from when I do wear. These ain't the ones I wear, but I just go for them. I just I could try another game and see if I can try doing as hard doing the initially like going forth and like hold on, I got Face ID. The Spider-Man was probably too difficult. Like go forth and like demonstrate the Sonic Dash.
Like a paint spray.
Even though it's on like a geometrical screen, I got to the final. I got most majority of the characters, except the werewolf character. Different devices I have to unlock characters. I play Sonic games on Mr. Play this pirate. That was loud. I don't want to forth and have something on loud, so I turned the volume off, but you go forth and the stream. This is. You ain't gonna be able to log into it if it has Face ID and go forth and that initially Face ID will. This is the final stage of Sonic Dash. You have high school diploma and go forth and go to a therapy session. You have to have.
Much better.
I already shown all that stuff off before.
Yeah. I'm working on it.
That's nice. Sonic just keeps your mind going. Like you can go forth and do loop to loops, and it keeps your eye connectivity. Like be able to like collect like 4 puzzle pieces, and once you collect all 4 puzzle pieces, you can unlock the character. Like be able to do that is like it takes like 12 hours to collect all the tokens. To be able to collect and marinate all the characters on this one game and go forth, it was difficult doing it. The people just think it's a joke all year, just like just not joking around. It was difficult going forth and have the movie Sonic unlocked.
Oh my god, I can't carry that. This is bad.
People talk to themselves when you're pro people and go forth. Like, you're friendly towards me, so I thank you. Thank you a lot to tell me that you're the console. And to show that I got all not the trophies for it, but just the puzzle pieces. You go forth and collect, you get like a prize. I got 3,000 rings. Or 2,000 rings. 3,000 rings. Go forth, and that was like the final stage of the thing. That's pretty neat to download something. Initially, they probably charge you like probably $1 for it. I think $2 most to buy something offline. The Spider-Man game, I was just playing it at one point in time. Spider-Man is pretty epic because you can swing off like from rope top to rope top, and he has that webbing, and you can just fly through to see like Superman or one of those characters. You see on the anime, it's pretty cool to be able to do all that. The character I got the movie Sonic originally when I was at the hospital at St. Luke's. I played through it initially on a Sonic. Is it Sonic for the Dreamcast? The Sonic Adventure games. I got the Xavier or the one with the sword, the Sonic, the medieval, the ones that are on the Nintendo Wii, the Sonic from the Nintendo Wii, the one with Medieval Knights where he has the sword and goes forth from the lava, and that was like the hardest. If I can get to light the shine on, like you can go forth and zoom in. I can't zoom in on this, but go forth and the Excalibur Sonic. Spacer. Right. My favorite Sonic game was the ones on the Dreamcast because it had the music on it. Was they remastered them now on PS3 though. I got the movie Sonic. This one's on a cell phone app. You can go forth and download it and you can play and get like 500 tokens to 1,000 tokens. You can unlock these characters. It's more of a challenge to be able to do all that. Unlocked everything and unlock the BOGO. I think the BOGO one, the Downables mascot. The Downables mascot. I downloaded the Downables mascot initially. I was thinking more of a. I've never seen a Downables character, but I think Downables sponsors the app to be. That's neat to be able to do all that. I'd be able to still do that in like a. I'm not gonna be there as a before. If you tell me that you're on and stuff from afar, before I try to show the.
Now you're playing RE5.
I got the initial 19 out of 41. The one on the GameCube. Yeah, Sonic Riders is fun. Like the ones with the bird and the shadow and the characters versing each other, like Sonic Rivals and Sonic. I rented that one at Blockbuster back in 2007 or 6. I rented the majority of those video games and played them. That was neat to be able to go on a snowboard and like snowboard and be able to like hover and that stuff was pretty neat. That shit. Initially played through this. It took like 12 hours. 12 hours to. As the only one Ortega is what I go buy on the Apple Store. Like I played some of these games for fun, and the wrestling games kind of. I got 90% of the wrestling game to play, get through another trophy. Like trophies that go by percentages instead of the. I played through. The Crazy Taxi is another Sega game I played through it. Initially played all those Sonic games and Sega.
Well, that sucks to be you.
I have Face ID on this, so people that from the side and the side tell you that the device they can't use it because it'll just be a paperweight on them and say the face, put your face over it, it unlocks, go forth and you're just. This is not stolen because it has Ortega. The only name that ever was on it was Ortega. It says Ortega on all of them. You can't go forth and say that, and then that's why I said I have to leave all this stuff. I have to take it with me because I ain't going to sleep. That's more of this. It's his Face ID. That's guy's horrible lives there. Sonic Rise Clouds we always love the Sonic. Yeah, Sonic Adventures is pretty cool.
Okay.
Then to be able to log into my device, it's always be under Ortega and go forth and all the devices I have saved my last name Ortega. I got a high score on it and got mad because they didn't think I could do that. And then, we're just gonna imposter you. They can't go forth. The guy he's like 80 years old now and looks nothing like me. Go forth and be belligerent with information. It's crazy how this world is. Go forth and people tell you a bunch of crazy shit. I got some of the games downloaded and then some of the games that I had reload. Like I didn't want to play the wrestling game anymore after you just tap the screen. It's just like a tapping screen. I have to sit down.
Oh my God.
I think it's called Sonic Dash. Sonic. I'm starting to screen for colors. Dragon Ball Z is pretty cool. My gosh, on iOS.
Oh my god, oh god, my god, oh god damn, my god damn.
I have to sit down on back screen. I spent like hours and then use the restroom and just. I was watching that Maximilian dude who was like half Hispanic, half white, I think, and he plays all those video games. Not bad having a pink trim room's not that bad. So the paint was never touched, like we never painted or remodeled this room exactly, but the other room had
What do we make? We gotta cook something
different
good.
fixtures up in front of it. And
Let's cook more.
I have like a space heater, the space heater thing.
Might actually do that.
I can't never do anything to it. It's the back of the room because the space heater will blow up like a day. Like pow, pow, pow. And the space heater will blow up himself. If we go through the back window and try to blast it. Yeah, Maximilian, dude, I'm watching him right now on the thing. I just have it on the, and you can hear it. He's playing Resident Evil 4. I watch him as a comedic sense. Like he had more comedic talent than video games. I think video games are probably second to his comedic talent. So
You jump down here. How about I do this to you?
Like the Kool-Aid Man, like he can make a video of the Kool-Aid Man on Street Fighter 6 probably and get like 1 billion views. And like, somehow make
earlier.
Yeah, I like fighting games.
Friggin' ammo.
I have a Street Fighter 5, but I didn't play Street Fighter. I can't play online because I logged off the PlayStation. I can play online on on the
That's
PC though.
what I was looking for.
On the PlayStation, I'm logged. I logged off on the PlayStation initially because my internet was different from the internet we had. It was different. Probably a little bit of the internet was different thing. Let me try drawing something.
Oh shit.
My last name was Satan.
I'll take it. Damn, that guy's dead already. Hey,
I do play fighting games, but yeah, Tekken's fun. Like Tekken, you can bounce off the characters, like leap real high, and it's like pretty cool to see that. Like I could demonstrate it.
Can't believe he wasn't dead. I was so confident that he was dead.
Like I outlined the cat. I put my
Get
name.
down, Leon! Get fucking down! Get the
That's
fuck
pretty
down!
awesome. Yeah,
Oh my
be able to
god,
draw things is
dude.
cool.
That hurts so much.
I can draw it with a skirt on. I can make it have a skirt. Draw it with a skirt, or like one of his robes. He's playing Resident Evil 4, so it's tentacle robes.
Pile of bodies over here.
They have like the Y2K and that actually
I hope they show up.
happening today. Then back then it wasn't a advisable thing because all of it was pre-installed software. All this stuff can go down. Like you saw, like Facebook when they had initially went down, everybody got upset. And whatever happened to Facebook for a day, Mark Zuckerberg has all the connections of those people and the abilities to draw things is pretty epic.
What?
I can just
Good lord.
I can pop it up. I got my Hero Academy, and got the one that looked like the Wonderful Joe.
There's a random treasure back here.
Okay.
Damn it.
Had the
This will be okay.
I had the Wonderful Joe.
There's these things.
I had this from back then. You go forth and used to have like a I can't put it on because my fingernail. It was like I put it in the washer accidentally from like the 90s. Go forth and go to any of those jungle gyms or any of those places where they had the carnivals and stuff. You would win like prizes. I played like Wonderful Joe was like being able to go sideways, and that'd be cool to stop motion this, but I'm not like the type that would sit there and edit something for like an hour and have it like go through beating up the alligator.
Thanks.
That'd be pretty epic, but I only can do so much. I got the Wonderful Joe looking character. You have to put the cape in between the head and that and go some. And this thing doesn't stay on the
Nice and slow.
It stays on there. They were on clearance. I got one of them. I opened up the box and wanted the one with the cape and like the Wonderful Joe, the 101, the Wonderful Joe, the Beautiful Joe character. They have them going through like step motion. Like that's neat. It's neat to have. It's neat that they're on clearance and you can have like a stand and get all four of them and I think connect the different areas. The reason why I say the building because of Brian Cave
Oh God!
is a building in Kansas City that I would go forth and be on top of the building because thinking that's the safest place to go. The zombie apocalypse ever happened. And this was from the 90s. We go forth and have places and open more like jungle gyms or places where they sell these things at like Party City or Party City has these like figures that I have like I had initially this owned by me and I had a teddy bear from an old place in Medcalf that I won out of like guards that were playing the
already seeing shit.
winning tickets and stuff.
Let's go down there. See what the heck this is. Look how cool
That's
this
Simba.
place looks, dude. Jesus.
I have another Simba thing that I initially had
My dialogue was like almost 1-to-1.
It's not as good quality. It's like you can see I think a photograph. Oh, you can see Disneyland.
The staff of royalty.
You can see the Disneyland. That's there.
Shit.
That's the Lion King. That's the Lion King. You can see the actual Walt Disneyland with the actual mountain top, and that's there. It's us sitting next to the actual things.
Such a fun part of the game. Same thing in the old one. It's such a fun part.
It's us
So
next to
chaotic and
the
crazy.
big-ass lion and Mufasa and Mufriki, whoever the fuck those names of those characters.
Oh, those are small resources.
Nah, it was neat to see that. I especially think that it was. I thought it was just a toy that the wheels.
Rifle ammo?
I think Mufasa was a lion that got taken out by the Scar and those ones that laughed, the hyenas. Those in Kingdom Hearts 2, I think, but they didn't. Yeah, I have the actual.
There's something down at the
actual
scepter. Check it
It's
out.
actually standing next to the actual thing, like a statue or something next to the lion. It's like it says Lion King and it says my name, I think, on it. It's like one of those telescope things.
The bones of our brethren rest in all
You
nations. The
see
blood
us
of our brethren
at
provides
this
all
is, This is
food.
Disneyland.
We will die to be reborn.
It has a
We
picture.
live on through eternity. We reign absolute.
I
Keenan
should just try to
Sadler.
stand it up and put it in there, like super glue it. There it is.
His first name is Keenan.
We're at Walt Disneyland back in the 90s when this thing was a thing, and now not doing so well. Like COVID, it's an actual Walt Disneyland with the lion,
Yeah, Sadler family line.
with
Ancestor?
Mufasa and Mufriki and
Something or other.
T and not
This
T
is the
and
last
Tamara, that's the
side
rest-
quest, I think. This
Go
final
forth
side
with this
quest
Walt
is the
Disney
last one.
There's a lion. You can see. I'm surprised it comes up because
Yep.
back then in Texas, I
Got
took
one already.
photographs of Ripley's, believe it or not, and then the stuff electronically didn't have a visible way of, like, you could see the tiger in the In the 90s, I went to go forth and we used to go out places and go forth and go to field trips and shit. They have this
Light 'em up.
knick-knack. I see Riku and Kyrie, they go shoot out the Keyblade, run up this stuff. But that'd be freaky if the fucking Kingdom Hearts characters come out of this shit. That's some
Oh, it's
freaky
like way out there. What the heck?
Riku and Kyrie come out and bust them with a Keyblade. I still have a Keyblade. That was before
Maybe I
this
need
shit
to
was
go
actual
to the
thing.
other end to see it.
Mufasa. I got Mufasa.
Weird.
You didn't see it from that and go forth.
I might have to actually approach this one from the other side. Go back
I
out there
sketched
again.
it at the hospital initially. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts is pretty cool. They go forth from initially played on the PlayStation 2. I didn't like the trophy ones, or they go forth and you want to have like 13% on some, but you go forth and it's hard to play and you have stuff nowadays. You have to concentrate. Kingdom Hearts 2 was the best one.
Where are you at?
Yeah, as you go forth and beat the guy with the lightsaber. Looks like Darth Maul or whatever. The
You
guy with
crazy
the
bastard.
white jacket, and he has like a thorn move, and you go forth and you have to keep whacking. You have
That
to
was
keep
a
hopping and
tough
whacking.
spot. Damn.
I got a head start program.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna have a wee bit of
There's
education. You go forth and have a head start
Did I just
program.
see
In
it?
'95, I was like 5 or 6. Every year in 2004, I was 14. Now I'm like 34. I'm
man.
fucking old. I still have my wee bit of
There's
education.
some crazy spots.
I still have my wee bit of education. Oh, Biden. Oh, fucking Biden's crazy as fuck. He's on meth. He doesn't know how to use a computer. He'll look me up without saying that shit.
What the?
And I got that from a concert. It's like a stick on. I used to get patches at Buzz. I used to get these patches and stuff. It's pretty neat. It's like looks like the Final Fantasy Hollow Bastion.
That's creepy. The repairs were completed without issue. Since the facility was previously used for confinement, the work required to reinforce the
I
airtight
still look
ceiling
like
was minimal.
that. Still
But as long
look
as we don't run into any issues
about
with
the
the cooling
same as
system,
that,
we
but
plan
I
to
look
bring
like
in all
the
the remaining
trolley
specimens
train
to
killer.
Facility 1.
those big ass
All specimens were
guys dressed
successfully
up like my
transferred,
ass.
however, we
That look like
experienced
my
a
ass,
slight
but doesn't
hiccup
have a
during
mole inside of his
transport,
face.
as one of them
I
became
was-
violent. Luckily, the number of
I
casualties was less
have
than
this
anticipated.
mole.
Please be extra careful with
Turn
dealing
my
with
head
it.
up.
We have
Right
received
here, I have a
reports
mole
that
right
they are
there,
beginning
so
to
it'll
acquire a
fork and-
tolerance of the
I
low
look like-
temperatures.
Big ass guy was marking people without weapon, and they go forward and have some other big ass guy pretend to be me marking people. But I didn't do anything though. It's crazy. There's a big ass guy wearing a blue fucking polo shirt. I have a blue polo shirt like that. And just walking around.
I hear that.
And then go forth and show the Walt Disney thing again. You see the lion.
I
there.
heard that.
I'm not gonna get taken off.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's better quality than it. That's pretty neat. Let's go forth and be nice as
Stuck in
possible.
here.
That's pretty neat though. Then I have the Power Rangers. From the movie, the Power Rangers movie. Old ass action figures that they don't flip their head though, like
Oh,
I have like toys from
Lovely.
when I was like 90s. This was the White Ranger. And then Zeon and the ZOEO or CEO or Zeno or whatever the hell. I think it was in between this. The
I tried
movie
to
and
bury it. Eat the shit out of that snake is what I'm gonna do. Yum.
I like the Green Ranger. I'll say the Green Ranger every other day because it's hard to have the guy pass away and I think that it could have been prevented. I only have the movie set.
What?
I have the movie set of them that are pretty dirty. I mean, they have scrapes and stuff. And I used to play with these more than I did any of this other stuff. We used to have a whole set of the Power Rangers with the movie set with the coins and that from McDonald's. And I got Gundams humping each other. The Gundam I misplaced his arm and I had a shield.
It's a fucking nightmare, dude. Now I gotta make more friggin' ammo.
I like the Mobile Suit Gundam, the ones with the Zeon versus the Federation, the ones that they have like puffed up like afro hair in the desert. And the ones I had were from the Zeon. The ones from the original ones, the ones with the Zeon, the ZOIN, the ones with they used to show on Carson Network. I have to. These ain't ones you make, but these are already pre-assembled. The ones that are on PlayStation 2 where they had the green and blue and red, and the guy who faces at the end, he has hair and a mask. He wears that mask. It's pretty neat. You already know more about that than I do. I just play the video game, so this thing.
Oh my god, damn.
Guys with no arm go on the side. They just have the arm go off the arm. Off the arm because I had the whole set. This for me at one of those like convention things. You win you play darts or you throw the water balloons or you play the fish game and get one of them. It has I used to win carnival prizes.
Wow.
A small bedroom.
Get me the hell out of here.
Full clothes, closet full of clothes. All stuff I used to have, like video games and stuff.
Nicely on shit.
Different things are closed. And this majority is for clothes if you have to go out someplace. I'll just have something to wear. Before not wash as much nowadays. Then it's different from having you have like ordinance washing in between times, like 4 and 8. You have to go forth and not wash any clothes because they'll charge you more.
I see you took care of a request. Well done. But well done deserves payment in kind.
I used to play basketball in middle school and
Damn,
graduated
dude,
middle
we're
school.
not gonna get there.
Playing basketball, they gave me this.
We're almost there.
This is where I kept it because
You
kept me in
haven't
shape.
been kind to us.
running back and forth and picking one.
And we're almost there.
Yeah, it's nice.
Pleasant travel.
I just usually played basketball for high school and middle school.
What can I do you for?
I gotta switch my shit to repair everything.
Welcome.
This is like a vacuum.
Good luck to you, stranger. Come back
Vacuum
anytime.
sewer. And then they went to Walt Disney back when it originally opened, but this was for like a festival thing and goes forth and shows us there, or us there, with the lion, the statue.
See, was there anything else I should be focusing on? I think I'm good.
I traveled on that when I was younger and go forth and went to Texas at one point in time.
Why is that here? That's the question.
The vacuum attachments. Yeah, my thing's gonna like if ever somebody tries to like touch on top, the rack will fall, all the clothes will fall.
Welcome.
I have like another rack in there. It's like all the magazines and video games and shit I keep in there because like, when we go someplace, it's so fun to keep all that stuff. And
With gems and rubies and shit.
Right.
Let me see. Is there a fifth one? No, we did the hardest one. It has been done. We're good. We are good.
like a
Where are you off to? Where are you
Oh,
off
like a
to?
video game rack with clothes and stuff.
Get the,
My
get
clothes are like
the hell
stacked
back
up
in
high and
there.
go forth and you can move the rack and play a video game. That's what I normally do.
What can I do you for?
I just have the closet door open.
Normally,
I don't have
I do
much
agree.
stuff. I used to have smart stuff as a
Right.
kid. And I was an adult. Like, I had more video games, I think, than I did anything else. I have like a rack, just rack right there, go
needs
forth.
care every once in a while.
And
Could be the difference between life and death.
that's nice streaming though. Is just go forth and have that this initially.
Upgrade this one too much except for the amp capacity.
Anything else done now?
Let's see.
Oh man. Oh, these pillows. Pillow frames. They're clean, but
Welcome.
go forth and
I don't always have this in
Yeah.
stock, stranger.
I played Resident Evil, all the video games up until the eighth one, but I could go forth and play the eighth one, and it was pretty fun. I go forth.
Shotgun rounds,
the big old-
sniper rounds.
The big old vampire lady Demetrius, or that lady D or whatever.
Damn, I might actually spend my spinals. I'm not even kidding you.
I had
On
one of those
Gunpowder.
stick figure things.
might actually do this.
There's some things money can't buy.
You know,
Resident
I might
Evil,
actually
which
do
one?
this.
It'd be, I think, Outbreak. Or
An interesting choice. I mean it in a good way, of course. Build it. What don't?
I mean the PS2, but you know what I mean.
Shotgun still got 11 rounds in it. We'll just hold on to that for now. Because I don't know exactly what I'm going to need for this fight.
Get yourself killed now. Welcome. Your weapons are in good hands, mate. I'll
Resident
see
Evil
you
4 was pretty
Oh, I
fun.
have
Yeah,
to
it was
inlay all
okay
this
to go
shit.
forth and have. I wish it was the possessed one where the Resident Evil, I think 7 had the possession of the character, thinking he was alive and he died from the mold.
Welcome. Stranger. I'll pay a pretty penny.
Resident Evil 7. I meant yeah, R7. I don't think I typed that.
Gotta
All
say,
right.
Anytime.
All right. All right. Looking pretty good. I'm actually going to spend
Welcome.
Like they
10K
made a demo
on
of
this
7.
fade spray.
Oh,
I'm gonna buy this too.
years haven't been kind to us.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna buy this
The
too.
demo area with the mold, they initially had a demo
it's a
that
different
was
case.
on the initial
I think
game.
so.
I think all
There'll be
of them
nothing
had
else to
demos.
buy.
I was the only one that had a demo that before the game came out
A
with characters
wise choice.
that
Pleasant
were
trap.
like investigators.
Cute.
I wish they made a Resident Evil like the
Red Earth
old
case.
portraits would come alive, like the beta Resident Evil 4, like make it
Yeah, this knife needs
online
repair a
game
little
where
bit
have
too.
people like for co-op.
We did.
Like
Welcome.
getting chased by a
What
ghost
can I
zombie.
interest you in?
Scooby-Doo, Resident Evil.
It's new. Try that on for size. See how that feels, mate. Better like yourself.
Like a T-Bot,
notice
like
the
one of
difference
those,
right
I
away.
think.
This kind of work is about finesse, strength. Little bit goes a long way. You'll see. That's about all I can do for this weapon.
100K. Damn it. That rifle's going to be crazy damaging. 2 times damage.